Hey everyone, this is AVJVGaming bringing you episode number 21 of this journey to the ultimate team. And as you can see up on screen, we're going to go open a free pack, which I did get from opening a couple packs on standard ultimate team. But in this episode, guys, we're going to have some trading at the end of the video, which was related yesterday to the Brazil and Germany game. And many of you guys know, if you don't follow me on Twitter already, be sure to do so. It's at AVJVGaming. I'll talk to you guys up on there and, give you guys some trading tips. Like yesterday, I made myself almost 4 or 5k on each player that I was trading, and it was some simple money. And Sammy Khedira over there, this was actually done a couple days back, so his rating still, I think, hasn't changed, hasn't been increased yet, but he had a nice game over there. Really solid player in midfield, and then even scored himself, I believe, a goal. So yesterday, I'll give you guys also my thoughts on the Brazil game yesterday and sort of analyze it, because I did find there was a lot of flaws in Brazil's game which they could have probably adjusted, and it was just simple things, and then also the choice of attackers. But anyway, to get started into this episode, we're going to go up against our first opponent. We are into the quarterfinals, and we have an opponent with not a bad team. We got De Gea. I think that's one of the first times I've seen De Gea. He's got Sterling as well. And he started this match very early in with those heel clickers, going with the chop over there, getting through on goal, Gutser, and Muslera making a very nice save. But then look at this from Aguero, finds a nice through ball into Luis Suarez, but he gets a very heavy touch. And then over there, I thought that should have been a foul, but the referee thought otherwise. But anyway, in the last episode, many of you guys know, if you did see it yesterday, I packed myself James Rodriguez, and I was over the moon because, an 88 rated player, and I also got Yaya Toure. So I'm going to be making myself a little bit of an African side over there, just to have a bit of fun. Look at that, I thought that was a penalty as well, and then the ref just giving nothing, and then Suarez just like, you know what, you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to have to do it myself, and he gives us the 2-0 lead into the half-time. Now, guys, I'll talk a little bit about the Brazilian game, because that was one thing that did upset me a little bit yesterday. I was like, no, how come Brazil, they absolutely, fair enough, they could probably lose to a German side that was one of the strongest teams I've seen at the minute, but just don't get absolutely decimated like they did, and I would probably contribute that to someone like Marcelo and David Luiz. They were both both defenders, but they were pushing up to a midfield, and even sometimes Marcelo was going all the way down and overlapping Hulk, and then sometimes even when he was on the other side, Hulk switched over to a right wing in the second half. You just found so many flaws in the Brazilians team's play, and then even with the attacker and choice of Fred, I would have probably gone for someone like Alexandre Pato instead, because he's got that more agileness and more quicker, he's more easier to get onto goal, and he's always goal hungry. He's not really one person that just wants to pass around too much. So I'd have probably rather seen Robinho or Pato as a striker, but that was, Brazil's manager's choice. And over there we get ourselves Kevin De Bruyne, and this is actually before he got his International Man of the Match card, so still hasn't got the upgrade yet, but in the game at the minute, he's been upgraded, and I've got myself quite a few nice players. And I'm going to show you also, more or less my progression chart at the minute, or I'd more or less like to say a list of players that I've picked up, or, tally. So we're into the semi-finals, and we are up against Marco Reus. We're up against a few Germans over there. It doesn't look too pretty, but we're going to try out. It looks like pretty much a nice pace side over there. And as soon as the game started, it wasn't even barely a few minutes in, he brings on Dani Alves, Almero, and Aguero. So going for those really fast pace options, but our Aguero is going to start things off, finding a through ball over the top, trying to find into Rodriguez, and this guy was adamant to always pass everything back to his keeper and start a really strong counter-attack. So does make everything a bit more difficult, but over here Aguero, he pushed the ball forward, actually passed the ball, finds a cross in, and Luis Suarez is not there to support him up front. And that's another thing I found yesterday with Brazil, guys. They just weren't shooting enough. If they had a few more shots like they did in the second half, their first half would have probably been a different result, and definitely the defense was a big problem. Dante and David Luiz. Dante was staying back, David Luiz just kept pushing up the field every opportunity he had, and he just looked like he was frustrated all the time. So that's another thing I saw with the Brazilian side. It was just, there's a few adjustments. If they changed Marcelo from, not pushing up the field, even a bit to someone like Macon, to not pushing up the field so much on the wings, and not leaving literally a two-back defense, they would have probably had a much stronger time in the back, and especially when it came to attacking-wise, Hulk just didn't look comfortable. His whole tournament so far hasn't been a very good, comfortable run at the minute. And Oscar, you could just see the tears of him at the end of the match. You could just imagine the pain that he was going through, especially with that loss. That meant so much. Brazil at home and in the World Cup semi-finals. But over there, you saw my opponent. He started passing it around the back like the scum that you do find on FIFA, and that just pissed me off beyond anything. So we lost our semi-final, similar to Brazil, but I don't think we conceded that many goals. Yeah, we only conceded 2, and my opponent was a dickhead, so he just kept the ball at the back, and I have to say that because you know, you get those opponents that just absolutely piss you off, and you can't do anything about it. Just, you know, stand there and just, you know, wait until they eventually lose track of the ball, and then you sort of try to counter them. But anyway, so we're going to go and open that single player pack. I don't believe we open any packs for winning anything because we lost that game. But yeah, we're just going to go see what we get in this pack. We do get ourselves, is that a duplicate? Yeah, we get Kim, who's a duplicate, so another duplicate, quick sold. You guys can see at the minute I'm on 206,000 coins, but I decided, you know what, screw it, let's relax, let's chill out, and let's just open a pack just for their fun sake, and then we'll go into some trading, and then we'll end the video. So I want to know, guys, because this is actually going to be the second video of the day. The first one was a trading technique, which is out at 4 o'clock, so for those of you guys who are going to be watching the Netherlands and Argentina game, I'm personally not going to be able to because of not being able to see the game. But nonetheless, guys, let me know what do you think the score is going to be. You know, you can leave it down below in the comment section. You can see we got Yaya Toure, a duplicate. What's up with this game? But yeah, so let me know who do you think is going to win. I saw in the last episode people were saying Netherlands, and I think Netherlands are going to be a much stronger side because Argentina do have an issue with defense being not quick enough and probably not as strong as their attack is. But over there we picked up loads of Tony Cruz for around 1,800 to 1,900. And I do tweet out, guys, so when I see players' prices going up, I'll tweet out, I'll say, you know, look at these players now, like I said with Cruz, and then I saw his price, I think it was at 2k, and then it went up to 6k. So it's just very, very simple stuff. I'm going to show you guys the prices going for on the market, and you can see there the buy now, 6,300 from a card that before the German game was going for around 1,200. So you can straight away see the difference in price that the mirror method does. And so I definitely recommend you guys, semi-finals and the final, any player that scores, try picking them up. If you can, as cheap as possible. I would say the minute they score, I'll have your web app or game console on. Just pick up the player, even if you're picking up, say, 3 or 4 and you've only got 2,000 or 3,000 coins, and then suddenly you see the price jumps up, you're making yourself straight away a lot of coins. And that's one thing you could do with Muller yesterday, with Khedira, because he went up to 2.5 from 600. Cruz over there from 1.3 to straight away up to 6.5. And I think he went up to 7, but as I was listing mine up, other people started listing their cards as well. So over there you can see one is sold instantly, and we're going to just list up some others a little bit cheaper to see if we can get rid of them. So we're going to make 4k profit on each card, which is, I'd say is not bad at all. It's just a really good profit to be made, and that's 4k after tax. So I'm going to show you them selling, and this was 15 minutes later, because there you can see that I just listed them up freshly. Then 15 minutes later, all sold, making 4k profit minimum on each card. And if I did this in larger quantities, I would have probably made even more coins. But that's one simple method, guys, as you can see there. For those of you guys who have low coins, because I do get asked people that say, do they have little coins? How can they make coins in FIFA during the World Cup? There you go. Try to utilize these matches to your advantage. So we're going to wrap the episode up there. I've changed the tick list over there, with more or less the how progression charts so far. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode. By all means, do drop it a like if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And be sure to check out the video earlier uploaded today. But this has been AVJVGaming, and I'll catch you all for the next video.